Good evening, everybody. Ooh, I got a bright light on me. It's Todd Standing coming from you live from a weird basement in some strange unknown location. I'm not even kidding. But I really wanted to do the live show today. And, we'll start with I got back from an expedition a couple days ago, and we got a new Sasquatch photograph, and it's the best one this year. So the expedition was one of those expeditions. Hey guys, thanks for popping in. I see everybody's there. Oh, what's going on? So again, so we had an expedition. Hey Amanda, thanks for being on tonight. That's fantastic. Hopefully my audio sounds good. So yeah, there's a new Sasquatch photograph. Amanda, you're gonna be getting it soon. I'm gonna have you go photograph.
Um, Amanda's my right and left. So what I need, Amanda, like we need to do a lot of analysis to be amazing. New photographs. I want to have a before and after. The black object that's there in one photograph, and then the empty space in the next, and then I'll have an explanation of entirely what happened because we have some definitely blob squatchy stuff would happen with Ashley, but it's the sighting that matters more than the photograph with Ashley, and we had two other expeditioners, Atar and Daniel from Minnesota, so and Atar from Chicago. So hey, Larry, how's it going? There's my man Larry. I'm so excited to come see you in Washington, sir. So excited, man. Larry is I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but I'm curious from Mia Bay, Washington. He's on the Olympic Peninsula, and I went out with him last year. And hey, news, Larry, I want to come out and do the same thing this year. So what an incredible host! Him and his wife are just Nalia are just absolutely amazing people, and teaches me, that people talk and talk and talk, and then when you get out there and you see what really happens, people show their true colors, and it's not very often the colors that people show are brilliant and amazing and bright, and that's Larry and his wife. Analia, incredible, amazing people. But anyways, so we got a new photograph, and then it just rained a ton. It was a hard expedition because of the brutal weather that we had to suffer through. But yeah, so I'm really, anyways, I'm really pleased about the new. And this new photograph's pretty good. It's a Sasquatch I've seen before, which makes it really cool. He's kind of like he's got a hint of red in his black, and this is like dark maroon red. So hey, Smiley, do right. So you know, and it's definitely a good. We at Stanford for Cam's football this week. Pretty sweet weather here. Yeah, well, yeah, it's been raining. It was raining for like 9 days. So why does my phone keep getting it? Where's the darn camera? We spoke to Ashley and Danny last week in the chat room where they answered a lot of questions. That's fantastic. Daniel was it's his second expedition, and that bugger has had a Sasquatch. Hey, Idaho. Tanya from Idaho. Daniel has been out. That's the second time. It's not great. Okay, so I'll do this for my sound. Hopefully that improves it. But anyways, that was Daniel's second expedition, and hey, Hood Sport, Washington, and he's seen a Sasquatch both times out. So how awesome and amazing is that, right? So yeah, new photograph that'll be in the documentary. That's and I'm doing Discovering Bigfoot Part Two. I'm doing California Bigfoot. So and one other documentary. So how's that sound now, Amanda? Stephosaurus. What does that even mean, Stephosaurus? Is that like some kind of dinosaur or something? Anyways, so yeah, and what's really cool is so I went out with Melanie from Maryland. She's amazing. She's having really good Sasquatch work. She learned how to use. She's using the Canon SX 70. I have a Canon SX 50. That's what I use to film video 8 in my documentary. And so I taught her how to use that. And now with that camera, I mean, she was getting Sasquatch interactions. I'm very convinced of Mel at this point. She is out boots on the ground, man. She just knows her stuff with Sasquatch. Thanks, Amanda. I'm glad that sounds good. Mel is just amazing. She might be on tonight. Yeah, she did. I did the video with her where I said Sasquatch is 100 miles from where President Trump sleeps, which is true and scary. But there could be Sasquatch so close to. Hey, there's Atar. There's my man. Peace and blessings to you too, my friend. We're just talking about you. Your ears must have been ringing. So anyway, questions today. Let's see some people have some questions. Hey Todd, why did my finger get involved? Hey Todd, do you believe there are different types of Sasquatch and Ash? No, just different looking Sasquatch. Even like even just after what's happened this week. My friends call me Seth. Okay, that's why. I'm gonna call you Seth then. Where am I getting that finger in front there? Anyways, different kinds of Sasquatch. The one of the Sasquatch that we just got a photograph of this week, he's got this reddish black. It's like mixing red and black, and there's a little bit of sun on him, and it's he's I've never seen a Sasquatch with that reddish kind of black color ever. Like this is I'm not talking Jane in video 4. Hey Cappy McCappy, Jane in video 4, she's like got it almost looks orangey, but she's dark brown, and she went from dark brown to an orangey red color. And this photograph that we have of this Sasquatch, that I'll talk more about in the documentary, I'll get deep in detail about it in the documentary. Um, this particular Sasquatch has a dark reddish to black, and I've seen him a couple times before, and I just think it's amazing. So yeah, a good photograph. He's also got a small nose, not a big wide nose. He's got a nice brow that you can see quite well. I mean, he's just Sasquatch, and he's from that group, and he's he's a family member. I'm sure he's not fully grown yet, so he's a younger Sasquatch. I think right now he's about he's just maybe 6'5". He's even my height. I'm 6'3", but he's thick, and he looks so cool. So no, I think they're just different looking individuals. We saw when I was out with Mel this week, she wanted to see a grizzly really badly, and we saw a black bear, just a regular black bear first, and then she got really excited because she thought she saw a grizzly bear because she saw a bear that was brown, but it was in fact a black bear that's brown. And this black bear, I'll tell you, this black bear looked different than the other black bear. Same species, he just had a different kind of looking face. His face was a little slimmer, his snout was a little longer, and then his color was definitely different. And Mel was super excited that she'd seen a grizzly bear, and it wasn't. It was a black bear that was brownish colored, brown and weird kind of color. And then, a couple days later, we saw a silver-tip grizzly bear. And normally, I do not let people film the bears, but the two black bears that we got to film were just at safe distance, and we were in the truck. And then the silver-tip that she saw up, and this silver-tip, again, now the reason I'm talking about this is because I talk about different Sasquatch. The silver-tip is a silver-tip like I'd never seen. His whole body is silver. His ears are brown, and his whole exterior body is silver, and underneath was brown, and his ears were brown, and he's beautiful, just a beautiful. But I've never seen a grizzly bear look so silver. Usually they have a silver tip on their hump, and so anyway, you get different looking bears, and even this bear was I don't know, he just had a different look to him. When you really start to know bears, and I've seen a lot of bears look different, So you're getting these little discrepancies in Sasquatch, and people complain about it, and I don't know, they just no, they just don't. They just look different, and I think it's quite clear to me they're all the same. So not even as much difference as black bears and grizzly bears, but they're still bears and they're still separate species. So yeah, Joe, he is a young one. So Danny says, hi from Mobile, Alabama. Don't get this far south. I want to, Danny. I've got a friend, Andy from Alabama. Just love that guy to death, and I'd love to start doing stuff out there. Just I can't spread myself too thin, right? So, is this on a loop? No, Justin, this is not on a loop. Hey, Todd, I'm watching from Newfoundland, and I'm wondering if you heard of any sightings in this pristine island. Yes, I have, Mark. Quite a few. And again, people want me to go out there. More in Nova Scotia, though, which is strange. But I got a couple people that say there's some impressive stuff going on in Nova Scotia, and a couple from Newfoundland. But the Newfoundland ones haven't been not amazing. I'm quite impressed with the tenacity and the over and over look of Sasquatch in Nova Scotia. So Huey Wright says, Todd, for all you, TY Todd, for all you've done. Thank you for all you've done. You're welcome, Huey. Thanks for your support. I really appreciate you coming on here. Wake up, Jeff, to a picture out hunting this evening. I assume you say took a picture out hunting this evening of an 8-foot high tree snap. Isn't that cool? And Jeff, try to duplicate that. Try to make a tree snap that high and that thick and that clean, and you're going to really start to realize like that is a definitive evidence of a Sasquatch. Really, really definitive, a sign. And biologists will walk along, they'll see a tree rub, and they'll say white-tailed deer. They'll see a heart-shaped track, and they'll say, "Oh, there's moose out here." And then they'll see tree breaks, and they'll ignore it. And I want that changed. So one of four I've seen, I've known since she was a baby, a few months old at most. I don't know how they age, but it's amazing to see one from a tiny little baby to several feet taller than me. Well, congratulations, Steve, on that kind of success. I haven't been that successful as to be able to watch them grow from from young to older. Not maybe I've with a couple, but it's been hard. Research is hard, and I can't. Where I'm going, it's so far. Um, it's hard to do research like that, and it does cost a lot of money. It's very difficult. So you don't think some are more ape-like than others? Um, I think you know what. This is from Ash. Uh, Hatib. You know what, Ash? All Sasquatch are less ape-like than even we are. They're more advanced hominid, and it shows in the DNA. And I'm starting to really. I can't believe my finger keeps getting on that damn that little camera here. Sorry, no, a little confined space here, but yeah, the DNA shows they're less ape. We're more ape than they are. Believe that. And the more you learn about this species, the more you realize how that just absolutely makes sense. They're a higher evolved uh, cold weather primate than even we are. So a Sasquatch usually found in an area of some water source. I get that a lot. And man, I don't. There's just I was just talking to the expeditioners this week. There's water everywhere here. There's a tributary creek that has fresh, beautiful glacier water that you can drink, and it's totally delicious. Every 4 kilometers, there's water everywhere I go. So for me in Canada and all the areas that I go into, there's just tremendous amounts of water. The Sasquatch have water everywhere, ridiculous abundance of fresh water, and that's all I know. And I would say, judging on even what I saw, like for example, most recently in Washington and then into California, there was just tons of water sources. So it's not really a problem in the Pacific Northwest where I have, the best expertise in tracking it with species. So yeah, and Amanda says to Stephen, who has those encounters, we'd love to hear more from Bigfoot Encounters at gmail.com, or go to go do the chat room after at discoveringbigfoot.org. I'm sure Amanda will put up a link for that in a minute. So Donna, hello from West Virginia. Love West Virginia. I've got an expeditioner from West Virginia that is amazing. I'm not going to say his name, but yeah, wonderful, wonderful guy. I love West Virginia. If you got some stuff going on in West Virginia, you should give me a call because I got an amazing guy that can come and work with you. He's just a wonderful, brilliant man. So, Music Man Hot Rod says, "What do you think we are here? What do you think we have here in Missouri? Patty type, something different?" Well, again, Sasquatch are just Sasquatch to me, right? I would compare it to black bears being bigger north and smaller south, right? So, and in fact, that's exactly what I would compare it to. So, but yeah, just Bigfoot or Bigfoot. You know what, guys? I just don't see a difference. They're gonna do different things. They're gonna survive in different ways. Black bear in one area are gonna eat up in the north along the where there's salmon. They're gonna eat salmon like crazy, and maybe have more deer and they eat blackberries. And then you go down to Missouri. How would the black bear survive? Even if they're not there anymore, what did they survive on when they were there? Because they're gonna have quite a similar diet to the Sasquatch. So, and I think all Sasquatch are the patty type because I know the Patterson footage is real. So I'm extremely convinced it is. Uh, Mason with Sylvanic Cooperation. Hey, Mason. So, hey, Todd, have you ever thought of going into the Yukon territory? I'd love to go to the Yukon. Man, that'd be amazing. I've seen so many incredible stories, and there's a girl that was being really badly bullied in when I was in like 12 years old, and I stopped the bullying. And she was a half Native girl. Her name's Tracy, and she contacted me just to thank me for stopping the bullying from her and her friend. And she's got all sorts of Sasquatch stuff going up in the Yukon territory. She's amazing. What a beautiful, amazing woman. Her husband seems like such a cool guy. And she said wonderful things about the show. She's got the best native connection to the earth. There's so much going up on the Yukon. I would love to go there. There's such a rich history of Sasquatch, all the way up in Alaska and Yukon and Northwest Territories. I would love, but again, you can't spread yourself thin. It's so hard. It's so much to even do my research here, and we're so close. This year, I'm gonna get footage, guys. I'm so close. I've got plan A, B, and C, and Everybody wants footage, and Discovering Bigfoot Part 2 needs footage, and I got to go fight for it, and I'm going to get it. I'm so confident. All my knowledge and all the, 13, 14 years of Sasquatch study and experience and decades of tracking, I'm using everything, and I'm going to get footage this year. I'm fighting for it. And I've been implementing plans for months, and it's all coming down to October, and I'm going to do it. It's going to happen. You wait. Do you think they have preferred breeding pattern? Do they migrate just to breed? Oh, of course they have to, Angela. They can't. There'd be incest taboos, right? That's going to happen. So they can't be inbreeding. There has to be some migration from troop to troop. But patterns, no, nothing that I'm anywhere even close to aware of. That's deep stuff, and our research is very superficial. Hey Todd, welcome back. How was your? Yeah, my expedition was awesome, Steve Bentley. I don't know what range for. We were out there for 7 days. It rained 2 days before, and all the 7 days we were there. So, and Sasquatch don't like the rain, and the expeditioner, one of the expeditioners, made some mistakes and didn't listen to advice, and the expedition suffered for it. So, you know, um, that's going to happen. Some people just don't listen, and didn't take my advice, and it damaged the expedition because you just do things that, you know, myself and Mel really have a great deal of expertise. We both disagreed with this. If you go do something, if you go clacking on a can over and over and do that crazy, that's not what happened. But you do something that we don't recommend, and we think that it's gonna damage the Sasquatch coming around, and then that happens, and the Sasquatch don't come around. That's pretty good. Don't do that. So there's going to be people that have different perspectives, and that happened with the rain. So you know, so anyways, but we got a photograph, and I'm really pleased with it. Todd, what do you think of the top of Todd? What do you think off the top of your head? The population of Sasquatch is John. Oh man, like in my documentary, I said 15,000. I'm gonna stick with that one. So yeah, SoCal Forest Ninja. Love SoCal Forest Ninjas. Clean snaps are key. You're so right. Gosh, I love the thing. It's like our minds are one, SoCal Forest Ninjas. And Southern California, man, what a place. I'm not going to research there. If I went down there, I would just stand on SoCal Forest Ninja's shoulders because you're going to know so much more about the terrain and the animals, the sounds, and the tracking. So I am a tracker, but learning different terrains and substrates just takes years. So I heard your interview with Sasquatch Chronicles, great interview. That was an old one, Ash. I sure would like to do another one. So much stuff I have to do, but right now I'm focused on getting that footage and finishing off my year because this is the best time to get Sasquatch footage. So, yeah, it was finally the first person to push the like button. Thanks, Rodney. Ash, can you post a link if you follow? So there's Phil. Hey, Todd. So Phil's on. That's our website, guys. You need some website work done? Go to the website and send us an email and ask for Phil. He's amazing. So everybody's all saying hi. Do you not wear a GoPro? GoPros. I had a GoPro. I had GoPro footage of a Sasquatch that I could see with my eyes at like 50 yards. But the GoPros are worthless. They're fish eyes, and what I did is I had the remote control in my pocket, so I reached in my pocket and hit record. But the footage is worthless, and I'm never even going to use it. I'm not using a Hero Cam again. If you think wearing a GoPro is the end all be all, then you don't have much experience. So you get a little bit of sap on it, you get a little drop of water on the darn thing. They're overheating in their cases. The batteries only last just one thing after another. They're very problematic, and I don't know. My Hero Cams are all broken. Budgets matter, and I'm not going to go. We'll see how it goes. So Todd, what's new, Schmo? I talked about the expedition I just got back from. That's pretty cool. Todd, do you think that Sasquatch have traveled the power lines? No, Huey. I think they'd avoid those open areas. I think they'd get out in those open areas and feel all rebellious, like, hey, look at me, I'm in this crazy open area, but they're not going to be comfortable there. There's lots of reasons I can substantiate that. I rarely see track lines in the power line. He's talking about the power lines that go through, wilderness areas, and I think they're just going to be extremely uncomfortable. So, anyways, we were just talking about power line stuff and the cut lines and stuff, and I think Sasquatch are very, very uncomfortable in those places due to lots of reasons. Trackways not being there. The bears will go down the track, those cut lines for the power lines a lot, and yeah, so will the wolves. And you can see that because the first substantiation of that is animals defecate where they're comfortable, and you'll see bear defecate and wolf defecate all down those things, but not Sasquatch. So never have I found or even heard of anybody finding Sasquatch scat in those areas. There's good reason for that because they're not comfortable there. Kane says, I'm going on an expedition tomorrow. I wish you luck, Kane. Oh my God, please make this discovery. I hope you find significant evidence that blows the discovery right out of the water. And then you come back and say, Todd, you're fired. I smoked you with amazing. Well, you're never going to do that, right? So you come back with incredible evidence, and I'm going to be your biggest, greatest fan, and be so thankful that you did that. So I want this discovery to move forward, and I want great evidence. So I really wish anybody who's doing expeditions and anybody who's doing research, please, for God's sake, let's blow the lid off this discovery, please. Sass Hunter, AZ, Arizona, I'm assuming. We had a frisky juvenile that comes into camp often, always after dark when we turn in. It's a 6-footer. We decided to take it. Time to get this over with. Stay tuned. Oof. Yeah, Sass Country. If you're gonna shoot a Sasquatch, you're in trouble, dude. You're not gonna live. I hope that's not what you mean, because you shoot a Sasquatch and he's not gonna be alone. It's extremely unlikely he's alone. And if you shoot a Sasquatch, your intent, I don't know, it's gonna be a bad day. So I strongly don't recommend that course of action. Where's more powerful, a Bigfoot or a dog man? And I tell you, I don't know anything about a dog man. I've never seen any evidence of a dog man. Uh, so yeah, good luck, Kane, on your search. Yeah, good luck. Uh, we're gonna go to see the new picture. The picture has to be analyzed, and we have to have a good look at it and do some work on it. So the picture is coming out, Discovering Bigfoot 2, which won't be very long. So and right now, I need Discovering Bigfoot Part 2. We're doing great. We're getting tons of exposure from the Discovering Bigfoot Part 1. We need a Part 2. We need to do a great movie, and it's all been put together, and I need to have that footage in it so people will go and watch it. And but you guys, we'll get all that stuff. So it's all coming. We'll have it all once we get the work done. So Jordan Kala says, "Hi Todd, I love your work. At the beginning of Discovering Bigfoot, when you had on the night vision, when the long hit you, weren't you scared the Bigfoot weren't coming in behind after you? When you had the night vision, oh, when the log hit you, right? Not the long, the log. Everybody typos, right? I'm so bad at those typos. Weren't you scared the Bigfoot were coming in behind after you? No, I wasn't actually, Jordan. Just I knew that I was being a jerk following him and dog tracking him. I knew that was going to tick him off, but I knew once that log hit me and I just tapped and I hit the ground, I could actually hear them leaving. So I knew it was kind of over, and I was over. I was done. I hit the ground and it was just over. And yeah, I wasn't. I laid down there, and I laid down there in pain for I don't know how long. I was hurt. So yeah, that I just knew it was over. And then when I did sort of kind of get my bearings and I was dealing with the pain, okay, I had to look over and I saw the Sasquatch that I was dog tracking that's in the video was gone. So yeah, stream of harmonics, my man Ed from Alberta. Can you call me, Ed? Yes, you can call me, but not now. Call me this weekend or something, and we can have a talk. Ed went on an expedition with me quite a few weeks ago. We had a Sasquatch potentially charge at us, so that was the success on that expedition. It was a short expedition, not 7 days, but I was very grateful to go out with them, and we did good. So power lines, good question. Bears go there. Yeah, bears love those power lines, especially when there's berries on them. So sign me up for a woman's expedition. Well, Sarita, Sarita G. Don't do all women expeditions, but I take women out on expeditions. So I just took Mel out, and obviously I work with Ashley. So yeah, but it's not about women or men. It's just I take people out. So it doesn't matter how tall you are, how short you are, what color your skin is, what gender you are. I take people out on expeditions, and we are cooperation, and that's how we do things. Rodney Harris, hiker Dave recently tried to snap off a tree. That's cool, and I bet you there are tree breaks that I've seen no human being could do that. The strongest man in the world can even come close to it. So hello from Newfoundland. There's another person, Mike. We're just talking about Newfoundland today. I hope so, Todd. We have flares. That's awesome, Kane. Yes, the flare night vision. Uh, it's a special kind of night vision. It's not infrared. What the hell is it? It's thermal. and they're amazing. So, and the new FLIRs are amazing. We got a FLIR video, a network. Mysteries Decoded got a Sasquatch on a FLIR this year, a really nice one. They're so expensive though, and they're just not in my budget yet. Hi from Thailand? Holy cow! The smiling race, Mickey Leo. Hey, so Todd, the volume is low. Okay, I'm doing the best I can. Right, I'll talk loud. I mean, it's dead silent where I am. I mean, I'm literally in basement. Look at the stuff behind it, sleeping bags and shit. It's so funny. I thought it would be kind of cool though, just to broadcast. I'm not at home. I'm out. So, Todd, do you think the Sasquatch followed the power? Oh, we did that one. Where am I here? Hello from Charlotte. Todd, do you believe in UFOs? I'm gonna try to steady this a little bit. See what I can do. My apologies. Let me reposition a bit. Oh, steady this up. Do I believe in UFOs? I don't do UFOs. I'm not a UFO guy. I'm not a Loch Ness guy, a ghost guy. I don't do any of that stuff. But I've had experiences uh, and I've met with other experts, and um, yeah, the UFOs are real. They're legit. So I don't know, but I don't do that stuff. Listen to people's encounters on Sasquatch Chronicles. Sorry to be rude, Todd. That's not rude, but yeah, I would like to. I've listened to some of the Sasquatch encounters or Sasquatch Chronicles. He's got so many shows, but yeah, I've listened to a couple. But yeah, I got lots going on. So trust me, I'm pretty busy. Do you have an opinion on Bigfoot being found during the Mount St. Helens eruption? Yeah, I heard lots of stuff. That's Anita Johnson. I heard lots of stuff, but I wasn't there, and I've heard lots of things. You can just find out more from other people that are doing that kind of research. So I'm not there, so I don't know. I'm not boots on the ground, and there are people that have done that sort of stuff. So go talk to them. Sasquatch love blueberries. They'll they'll run at you out of an area if they feel like blueberries. Well, yeah, where I'm from, we have what I call bearberries, what the indigenous people call bearberries, that are also called huckleberries. And the Sasquatch eat those for sure, like the bears do. So our Sasquatch frequent rock throwers for communication or territorial warning. I always found that the rocks, hmm, yeah, they were territorial warnings. What was the other thing? Our Sasquatch frequent, they are frequent? No. I found certain troops throw rocks in a lot more than others. And I found that troops that were more adversarial, that I didn't do continuous research with, were adversarial, and they threw rocks a lot, and it wasn't good, and it was a territorial, both communication, but definitely territorial warning. So rocks thrown, just when I think about it now, to be honest, it seems to be. I just didn't stay at places where Sasquatch were tossing rocks. Even they weren't hitting me most of the time, and it just I didn't stay doing research at those areas. So my Sasquatch that I did that I've worked with in Nordag and Radium, I don't think they rarely throw rocks at me. In fact, the Nordic Sasquatch, I think maybe twice, and the Radium Sasquatch maybe three times. And I was doing stuff that really ticked them off, and I deserved it. So, Todd, do you record sounds on expedition? No. Do you ever use infrasound monitor? No. Sounds are so darn rare, and I have a sound device, and I have so much work I'm doing on these expeditions. There's so much going on with cameras, and I use infrared light is what I use, and I am recording sound off of. I do have sound devices and stuff that I use. If I'm getting frequent sounds, I give it a try. I mean, on Survivor Man, when that Sasquatch called back to him, all the days that we were out there, the one call back that we got, we didn't have the audio device recording, and then I kept an audio device recording for like the next 3 months, and I got nothing. So, in fact, I had an audio recording device going on me for the next year and 3 months, and I only ever got one other sound, which is when right before Belgium saw Sasquatch, we got that audio recording. So it's a lot of work. I try, I do the best I can. So how long do you think the world will actually see one captured, even if that happens? Captured? Does it have to be like that? They never captured a Skywalker gibbon, and they're an accepted known species. I don't want one to ever be captured. So I sure hope not. So still talking about the chat room will be open after Todd's show. That's true. Go to the website for the password and connect to the room at Bigfoot. discoveringbigfoot.org/chat. So discoveringbigfoot.org/chat. We had lots of fun there. I don't have any way to type today. I'm literally here with my cell phone. I don't have a computer with me. I'm just running around getting stuff done in the big city, and so I'm unable to go to the chat room today. But please go to the chat room, guys. Have some fun. Cooperation is a powerful thing, and I'm sure there'll be lots of cool people on there talking about stuff. People need to cooperate. People need to have that. So, and I'll be on the chat room next week because I think I will not be on expedition next week. Stay tuned. It's going to be quite an outing. Hope all goes as planned. LOL. That's the guy who's going to potentially shoot a Sasquatch. So um, I have heard many times they're very curious about us women. Kane is a woman. I've heard many times they're very curious about us women, and you're right. I've heard that a lot too. I've seen it a lot too. So I think Sasquatch follow the power lines. I don't think Sasquatch follow the power lines. So did you see the U.S. Navy UFO videos? I did not. I don't. I just for me, I if it's a hobby, I look at the wax on my snowboard, or I'm interested in fishing, and I'm not going to talk about that stuff. And UFO stuff is just a nice little bit of interesting stuff to me. But I'm no expert, and there are experts out there, and go talk to them that study this and do this. And so that's not me. I have nothing, no zero expert, zero credentials when it comes to UFOs. So I had an expedition last year. People were like, "There's a UFO right there," and all this stuff was happening. This one guy knew a lot about UFOs. He's like, "That's a UFO. I saw this. It's done this," and all these things were happening. It was very interesting to me, but I can't substantiate any of it because I don't know what the hell. I don't know if stars can move and zip around and do weird things like that. And I actually went to bed early because they wouldn't stop talking about the potential UFO, and I'm like, I don't do this. I do Bigfoot. If you guys are interested in that, I'm going to bed. And I did. So John asked, bears hibernate. Do Sasquatch share the same caves as Sasquatches hibernate? I believe they do. It's my theory. I have no evidence to substantiate that. I just expect as a family, I expect they don't hibernate, but I expect they stay together in a particular cave. Actually, I do have some evidence to substantiate that. But they, as a group, they pick a particular cave and they all stay there. And I've seen a little bit of evidence, but not. So thank you for being patient about these little glitches, guys. Just consider it like a commercial break, and I'm not really doing commercials. So because it's really, oh, what the heck now? I hope you guys can hear me right now. Why are we frozen? What is going on? Somebody asked me, have you ever tried introducing music? Yes, I play music, and I don't know if that is good or if it doesn't. So playing music while cooking, and then boom, Mr. Sasquatch comes out dancing. That would be hilarious, dude. What is going on here? Just seem to be frozen. There we go. Now we're back. Yeah, that'd be funny. I love humor and stuff. I love to laugh, so I don't mind some funny comments on here. My court case, lots. We'll see how that's going. My court case in British Columbia is done, and I have to do new court cases in different places, and that's to be announced. We're working on it. Not done. I'm not done by a long shot. I haven't even get warmed up yet on that. So, ever heard about any mountain giants in your research areas? Well, mountain giants are Sasquatch. If that's what you mean, yes. Mountain beyond that, no, just Sasquatch. So supposedly Russia captured a Sasquatch. Okay, I don't know anything about it, so um, I can't wait till you win the case in court. That would be awesome. Yeah, that's a big goal. I would love that. So there's lots of good things going on with that. So many great things happen from the BC court case. People talking about me going to Washington. The California case was, can go excellent with Claudia Ackley, and then I got Alberta and other stuff. So just it was the build up and continuation that's really good. We made mistakes in the first one that we won't make on the second one. So do you have any electronic devices used for research on your wish list? Oh my God, Tanya, like tons of it. So that's why I'm agreeable to do TV shows or I don't know, get money for research. I'll be working on, getting donations and stuff like that. You can make a donation by going to the website. You can make a monthly donation. I need that stuff because with money, I'll get this research would be done. I would prove they exist. With $500,000, I would finish this. I'd make the documentary like you never even imagined. I'd follow the Sasquatch around with blimp drones and thermal cameras for a year and see every single thing they do, every movement. I have DNA from multiple individuals. It would just, what's frustrating is just money. That's what's holding this research back. You can't do research without money, guys. Guess what? Don't happen. If you don't have money, you don't do research. So um, I know you don't deal with UFOs, but it would be really cool to know that they're in contact. Yeah, UFOs in contact with Sasquatch. What? No. I don't know. Like nothing that you know. I don't know how fast their heart beats. I don't know what their respiratory rate is. I don't know their gestation period. I can speculate on those things based on deductive reasoning, but beyond that, it's there's so much. And yeah, so uh, I'm sure you've been asked this many times, but have you ever found hair for DNA? Yes, I did hair. I have DNA. I had hair analyzed for DNA. That's where I discovered that they're more hominid. They test as hominid, but they're a more advanced hominid species. They're further away from gorillas, chimpanzees, and orangutans than we are, which makes them a more advanced Sasquatch. Rocky Mountain Sasquatch investigator of mysterious sightings. That's a big one. Hi, I have a research team in the Rocky Mountain region in the United States, and I have a question for you. Have you ever had any other cryptids besides Bigfoot? Have you researched any other cryptids besides Bigfoot? I don't call them cryptids. I don't do cryptozoology. My one of my teachers and mentors, John Bennernagle, uh, you could just be a cryptozoologist. I could just go like this. This is how I become a cryptozoologist. Hi, I'm a cryptozoologist. So I don't do cryptids, cryptozoologists. That's Lauren Coleman, I think, started that stuff up, and I just don't do it. I know cryptozoology is supposed to be the study of unknown species, and that's great. I study Sasquatch, they're real species, and I do nothing beyond that. As again, I said before, I don't do UFOs, I don't do Loch Ness monsters. I do nothing. I'm entirely focused on Bigfoot. Bigfoot are absolutely real. I really do real research on this real species, and I'm not interested in studying unknown kind of species. That's not my thing. When Sasquatch is discovered and proven to be real, peace out. None. No more. No more of this. I'll retire. Have a good day. Where's Todd? Sasquatch is real. They're writing real books. They're doing real Sasquatch papers. They're studying the species, and universities pay for it, and regular primatologists do the study, and I'm peace out, goodbye. Distant memory. So that's my dream is to get other people doing it. So thank you, Sephisaurus, Amanda.
Sounds good. Picture stuck. What was that? Some weird sound. Excellent. We can hear you. That's good. Do Sasquatch operate on sound frequencies? That's Blake asked that question. No, I don't think so. I have no knowledge of that. I think they have communication with each other through ESP. I'm just going to say it. So, are you familiar with some person that I've never heard of? No. Todd, rock clacking, real or no? Well, that's from Music Man Hot Rod. Real. Rock clacking, they did it on Survivor Man. They woke us up. Survivor Man season one, Radium. Rock clacking, woke up, and then when we heard the rock clacking in the morning, we woke up. I went down, saw the rock. They left the rock. They were clacking on a rock and a Bigfoot track. So absolutely, it happened on Survivor Man. So it was a clack 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 clack, and then and that was from maybe 15, 20 yards from where we were sleeping. Where Les and I were, I'm going to admit it, we were snoring, both of us. We were exhausted and it was cold, and we were snoring, and Les woke up to the clacking sound before I did. They used that clacking sound to wake us up, and again, in the morning, the rock was still there. I wish I'd taken that rock with me. So much was going on. I was so excited about that success. I was so blown away that the Sasquatch had come around so profoundly and were interacting with us so amazingly, because that doesn't happen all the time. And Les caught that stuff, and and I was just kind of letting him make a lot of decisions, and I was focused on tracking and safety and getting the Sasquatch stuff happening. And I made some mistakes. I should have grabbed that rock, and he took a video of the foot stomp in the ground, because it was at a huge angle, like more than 45. The track was left in the ground, so you couldn't cast it. Otherwise, we would have. It was castable, but except for the fact that it was on the side of a mountain, 45 degrees. But and then when he took a video of it, what happened? A video of it. Can you hear me right now? Um, I think you can hear me. I can't see any picture going. But anyways, when he took a picture of it, the camera, or took a video of it, the camera lens was dirty. It didn't turn out. So terribly, terribly disappointed. Wake up, Jeff. He says I'm OG Cree native and grew up in the bush. Yeah, that's awesome. I'm sure you got. That's so cool. Congratulations. I think that's amazing. We're all rooting for you, Todd, with that court case. Thanks, Frank. So hopefully you guys can still hear me. I see the video is frozen. Oh, there we go, back. Do you ever get in touch with an animal communicator? Cappy McCappy, yes. I'm working on that. I have lots going on with that. I'm being tutored by an animal communicator and tons of stuff going on with that. So that's why I did the video about Anna. I believe her last name is Bachman. Sometimes I mispronounce it, Bachman or Anna Bach. She's incredible, amazing, and I have lots of connections with that. So um, letting the world know that Bigfoot is real put them in danger. I don't. I think it'll do more good. Of course, there's dangers. There's always dangers, and it's going to be problematic in a lot of ways. But there's nothing worse than the lie of them people saying they don't exist. That's a lie. They do exist. They're a part of this planet. That's the truth, and that's what I'm after: is proving that they are a part of this planet. They exist, and so yeah, there'll be downfalls to it, but overall it'll be more good than anything else. Hey Todd, do you use FLIR thermal imager? No, I've seen that so many FLIRs are so expensive. I don't have that budget right now, so I've been away for a while. So hey Shelly, so hi Todd, have you ever tried leaving a photo of yourself with apples in a gift area to see if they take it? No, I've left little. My son bought a Sasquatch doll. I left that out there. They didn't take it, and they've always taken. You know what? Is I have a ponytail. When I take the elastic out, I can get some hairs off of it. They used to tear my hair out when I was sleeping. That's not why I'm thinning up top. I won't blame them for that. But when I left my hairs out, they always took my hair, and I haven't done that for a long time. But yeah, because gorillas and orangutans and chimpanzees are fascinated with blonde hair, which I have. So I would leave that out for them, and they would always take it when they were around. But I just haven't been doing that recently. They haven't been taking the apples, and it's been really frustrating this year. So it's confusing when some folks say that they have been blessed to have contact with these beautiful beings, and then they say rocks were thrown either at them or in their direction. Yeah, and sometimes rocks are just to get your attention, maybe. Like every individual is going to do things with different intent. So it's impossible for me to say what the intent was of that. So, Northern, need a camera guy? What type? No, I don't need a camera guy. So, would you ever consider tagging one, radio tracker, if given the opportunity? I would love to, but that just doesn't seem very realistic. So, somebody asked me if I thought of filming any more. But yeah, I'm doing Discovering Bigfoot Part 2 in California. Bigfoot, I'm doing that. So, like cats, do Sasquatch have ah, ahisks? Ahisks? I don't know what that is. Ahisks? Maybe it means whiskers? No, Sasquatch don't have whiskers. Is that what you're trying to say? North Bay Olympics, I'd say a Canon XA11 for higher price or a Sony HD Handycam. Well, what I recommend is the Canon SX70. Takes excellent video. It does high sensitivity to light, and it's been amazing for me. So, hi Shelly, I'm sorry I don't understand your question. Okay, sound changed. I hope it's still good. Oh my god. Oh my god, that's what you really sound like. Yep. Hello from Billings, Montana. I love Montana. There's Sasquatch in Montana. I've seen Sasquatch in Montana. I love Montana. I sound like an Australian. Huh. G'day. No, but that's okay. Sound really changed dramatically. Hi, Amanda. Sounds much better now? Okay. Good, good. Keep telling me about the sound, guys. If it's bad, I need to know. There's no way I can check the sound. Sorry, texting is like connection here, on and off. Last question. Cats have whiskers. Do Sasquatch have whiskers? No. I have no evidence of that. So, yeah. When your picture freezes, we can still hear you. Okay, so I'll just keep chit-chatting. So, have you ever heard of government going out and killing a Bigfoot? No. But other things I've heard about government stuff that was pretty likely to have happened. So, just not impressed with government and their things. I'm in there by not having. And you know what, guys? There's nothing I can do to improve this. I have incredible. There's no reason this shouldn't be phenomenal and amazing. I get perfect signal here, so just be patient with. I love talking to you guys. So, do you think that these creatures can understand the Lakota language since they're old chiefs? Can you understand Lakota like I do? No, I don't do Lakota. I had my teacher told me that the northern Sasquatch in Alberta could speak Cree, old Cree, or a dialect of Cree, and he told me he would translate. So, but I've never heard of anything else. So, Okay, yes. Okay, so people talking here about the Olympics. People talking amongst themselves. Todd, would you ever go on an expedition in New Jersey or New York? That's where I investigate. I would love to, but you just got to understand it's so much. I'll help you. I'd mentor you and cooperate with you. You do it. There's nothing. What's special about me? I'm not special. I work hard. I believe in myself, and I'm not afraid to speak the truth. So there's nothing special about me. You can do anything. Anybody can do what I do. Just cooperate and be honest, and I'll help. And if you get when you the higher up in the success that you get, the more people like me you'll attract, and I am connected with I'm connected with Jeff Meldrum and Survivor Man and other PhDs that quietly work with me. Sorry about the shake here. I'm just gonna fix this a little bit. So I'll help. I'll help you, and it's your home. You get it going on. Todd, as far as the Patterson film, what's your professional opinion as the discovery is possible here in Patty has from previous injury? Can you see the identity? Well, the Patterson footage is real. That's just I'm tremendously convinced of that. Do you think if you win the court case that the government will go out and capture or kill a Sasquatch? Well, no, that's not the deal. Holy cow, my battery's almost dead here. So only have a few more minutes here. What the hell? Wow. My phone went into battery saver mode, so I only have a few minutes left, guys. Sorry. My phone was killing it. So there's some good questions there, though. I really liked them. Oh, the Patterson film was real. Do you think they win the court case? Oh, yeah. Do I think if they win the court case? No, no, nobody will go out and kill a Sasquatch. If I win the court case, that's the whole point. Nobody kills a Sasquatch. Don't harm the Sasquatch. So the point of it is to prove they exist and to get them protection, not to ever harm one or capture one. That would not be the deal. And they're sentient. They're intelligent. You don't go harm them. They're amazing, intelligent, sentient beings. I only can do two more questions. So that would absolutely, I would fight against that. People would stand up and fight with me against that. And so don't, no, the opposite of that. It's about protecting them and increasing their, their, their quality of life and giving them land. So that's what it's about. No harming them. Nobody's allowed to do that. And I would be, me and many other people, many of you on here would fight against that and not allow that to happen. Hey, Mr. Senator, I'm with the BDRP research project, but I'm in England, killing me. Oh, well, I want to get on your side of the pond and test my ideas. Love to work hard. Love to chat with you sometime. Well, yeah, just send me an email, Jay. Go to discoveringbigfoot.org and you can send me an email. So just a couple more questions, guys, because my phone's dying. Todd, do you know if Sasquatch respond in music? I've never seen it. I played it, and I've never seen any evidence of otherwise back and forth. So, Todd, we love you, and talking to you is a privilege. Well, thanks, Frank. I'm so grateful for you guys. You guys are freaking amazing. The chat room's up next. Todd, can you communicate with them enough for a Sasquatch to talk back to you? No. Like some YouTubers claim they can, and absolutely not. Not anywhere near at that level. Oh my God. I just want them to take my darn apples and start interacting with me a lot more. So, yeah. Do you have a best spot in Oregon you know of? I'm in the one. I'd love to help you, James. Let's, send me an email. Maybe I could try to help you out with that. Even just send an email to bigfootencounter@gmail or go on to the James. You need some help? Go on to the chat room. There's somebody from Oregon will pop up and you cooperate. Right? That's your potential to get in there. Get in that chat room. Talk to people. Keep pumping it out there, and somebody will come up with a story from Oregon. And so, Atar says yes, the Patterson film is real. Mr. Gimlin is also a very distinguished and honorable person. I completely agree with you. Mr. Gimlin is one of my heroes. I adore that man. He's amazing. So just one more question, guys. Hey, Todd, is there any way I could get in personal contact with you so you could give me some advice? Well, absolutely. Just send me an email, right? What is it? Amanda will put it up here. Just even bigfootencounter@gmail.com or go to my website, send me an email, and just be patient. It might take you 6 months to get a hold of me. Who cares? Just keep emailing me and be patient. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. So I'd be fighting for you. There you go, Kane, right? So many people, like, no, we're not going to harm them. So thank you very much, guys. Phone's dying, so I don't know how long I've been on the show today. But Amanda just put up a thing here that kind of upsets me, that there's an organization. I know there are pro-kill organizations, and Amanda says there's a group called North American Wood Ape Conservatory operating right now with their sole goal to kill a Sasquatch. They've already failed. Go out there and try to shoot the masters. You're going to get your ass kicked. So the Wood Ape Conservancy, and they're going to shoot one. So I don't know. I don't want to get pissed off about things, but just it's so dumb. Go shoot one. What the hell? Like, come on. So, and I've talked about that 100 times. Don't go shoot a Sasquatch for God's sake. So, took months to respond to me. I'm sorry, sorry, G. I just so many people, but just be tenacious. Again, you know I'm on Facebook, and thanks for being here on YouTube, guys. I love doing this show, and I'll be back next week. I'm 90% sure I should be back next week. So I love doing this show with you guys. You guys are amazing, fantastic questions. You guys are awesome, and yeah, let's get some. You know what? My thoughts and my positive energy goes out to all you guys that are working towards having success with Sasquatch. I tremendously wish you amazing success. Watch Discovering Bigfoot, watch the Survivor Man Bigfoots, and there's a tremendous amount of information on there. Go to discoveringbigfoot.org if you want to get involved. Go to the chat room right next. Amanda will be there. Go to the chat room, guys, right now. Get over there. Go to the chat room. What are you even doing listening to me? Hang up. It's the chat room tonight. And have fun. And the chat room will be up every Wednesday for sure. Amanda's so dedicated. Amanda's amazing. Amanda's doing tremendous stuff. And Phil and all the other people that are helping out that I'm just so tired I can't even remember. But thank you so much for coming to the show today, guys. And y'all take care. And y'all, that's from my expeditioner. That's your fault, Mel, from this week. But yeah, you guys have a wonderful week and take care. And I'll talk to y'all soon. Thanks.